Let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high. Perfect for a little fishing.
Well, I pulled in on my spot this morning and turned on the electronics, and boy, you can see the fish in there moving around. And I thought, boy, this is going to be a good morning. And I just kind of sat there and watched them, see what they was doing. There's a big school of shad in there, and they started busting on them shad. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll just put fluke on, see if they'll hit that fluke. And they did. You have to excuse me. I got sinus problems, and but anyhow, there's a lot of fish in there. I mean, I just think just lit up this morning right in there. But the first one I got on, it come in there and wrapped around the transducer and wrapped up. But yeah, and I thought, well, I'll try the fluke. Just for about a half hour, as fast as I could throw that fluke in there, I got one on. You know, sometimes you pick the right bait, you know what I'm saying? And right now, the way things are, unless you're down in the reeds down there flipping jigs or throwing a big spinner bait in there or you know, getting in there on the spawn fish, which a lot of these young guys are getting back in there, getting them spawn fish, you know, 7, 8, 9, even 10-pound ones. Me, if I get 1 pounder, I'm happy. I get a 1 pounder. And you'll see here, they're all, I don't think I had a 2-pounder in a bunch, but I caught a bunch of fish, which is a good thing. And, but yeah, just a good morning. I mean, it was very comfortable. I mean, it was just a breeze blowing. I started to go out on the lake, and then got out there, and I just turned around, come back in, the wind started blowing, and I thought, oh man, and I'm glad I did, because once when I was taken out, boy, it got rough. I mean, the wind really picked up. So, but yeah, thank goodness for my electronics, guys. That really bailed me out this morning. I started down through there and turned around and thought, well, look, see if there's anything in here. Boy, there was. They was in there. And there were big schools of shad. That's why they was in there. Big schools of shad in there. And they weren't showing themselves. The shad wasn't showing herself, so that's why I went for them electronics. I'd have been, you know, I wouldn't have been very good this morning. This is the one that wrapped around the transducer. I thought, oh man, what a way to start, you know.
Fish on, guys. Get wrapped up.
That's about the size of them, right there, about the average size of them. Which that's all right too. They hit like a, you know, I'm using an ultralight again, guys. I'm using my ultralight, using my Falcon rod, and using my Shimano reel, and I got 6-pound test on this one. I think it's 6-pound test, because I like the fluke to be able to not have a lot of resistance when you're flipping it. You know what I mean? You get a heavier line, it's hard to get the action out of a fluke. I like just to be able to, you know, twitch back and forth and give that reaction bite. And first 2 fish swallowed her, so I knew it was the right kind of bait, you know. Yeah, the old blind hog, like you always say, you know, once in a while he'll find an acorn. That's me. Every once in a while I'll figure them out, but there's a lot more times I don't figure them out. But this morning I figured them out, you know, which is a good thing. Here's a good one too, guys. Of course, you know me, I'm always saying they're all good ones. Trying to keep him out of that electric motor and that transducer. That's kind of hard to do sometimes. Yeah, when you can pick them up like that with 6-pound tests, they're not 2 pounds. Now, that's a little better one there. That's probably 2 pounds. You know, by the time I get back to the shop, he'll be 10 pounds. You know what I'm saying? back in here, there's not a bit of wind really moving. Like I said, I started out on the lakes when I turned around and come back. And then headed up the river, you know. And I sat right here the other day and just knocked the tar out of crappie. I thought, boy, there's that much bait in here. There ought to be some bass. Well, I switched tactics this morning. Yeah, you can see they're not very big. That's all right. When you use that fluke, this is how I do it. When you use that fluke, you throw it out there and you let it sink down for a count of 10. And it depends on the depth too. If you're only in 2 foot of water, you eat a little quicker. If you're down in 10 foot of water, you got to let it trickle down, get down into the strike zone. But when you're twitching that thing, you want to twitch it and then pause, and twitch it and pause. Most of the time they'll hit it on that pause. You'll see that line just jump, and that's what they were doing this morning. You just twitch, just pause, and it's a fun bait to catch fish on. It really is. It's pretty easy to use. It's just a soft jerk bait. That's all it is. It's just a soft jerk bait. You can get them. Guys, there's one color that I use, and that's watermelon. Watermelon, and I make my own flukes. But I just do it for a hobby. But you can buy. If I was buying flukes, though, I'd get Zoom. I like it. I've always liked the Zoom flukes, but I pour my own, which it's just I like catching fish on baits that I made. And I caught some this morning on shaky head and a drop shot also. So. Very peaceful out there this morning, guys. Very peaceful. They were acrobatic at you, so set the hook on them. Even though they were small, they were fun to catch. This is about the size of trout I used to catch this time of year back in the mountains of West Virginia. But they fought a little harder than these bass did. I mean, in that swift water, they were a lot of fun to catch too back in the day. But I can settle with this right here.
That little guy, man, I'm having fun.
Yeah, that's a little guy there, but like I said, as long as I'm catching fish, I'm a happy camper. Yeah, they were hitting this morning for about 45 minutes. And you can see how the fluke went up the line, how that fluke goes up the line like that. And that's what you want it to do, because you can get away from the hook. That way it don't gob up on the hook, and you get a better hook set. Guys, if you want to do this, give me a call at 304-398-5215, and I'll take you out, and we'll use some artificial bait and artificial. Or if you want to use shiners, I'll take you out and do shiners thing. I went up, and there was a little bit of water moving underneath the locks up there when I was up there. So they must have had some rain up north, or they're releasing some water up there, because there was some movement in the river itself. He was headed for my transducer, so I had to pick it up. It's all about the same size, you know, about 13, 14 inches long. They're not hero fish, they're not fish that you win with, but they're fun fish, and that's what I like. Like I said, I'm about as fast there for a while. Fast as I throw it out there, I caught a fish. Fish on, my man, fish on. Good Lord, give me another day on the water, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just truly blessed to be able to go out there, you know, every day. And I know someday it's not going to happen, being at my age, but you know, as long as I can go out there once in a while and do this, I appreciate it. If you were going to eat a mess of them, this would be the size. Take 3 or 4 of these right here, that size right there. Not the great big ones, but the ones about 13, 14 inches long. They're pretty good eating, but I don't need no fish. I just throw them back. Really though, you should just get your crappie if you want fish to eat. But some people like bass. That's fine, you know. You can see how I'm just barely twitching that thing. And I didn't see a lot of action out there, but I seen them on the live target and on my down scan or side scan, which you know, it gives you a lot of confidence when you see them fish in there like that, where you're just not going blind. I really, like I've always said, I really enjoy my electronics, and using those. I'm going to start using them more for bass. I mean, I use them for crappie, and they really help me with crappie. But I'm going to start using them more on bass too. It takes the guesswork out of it, boys and girls. It really does. You know. Now you could go in there with heavier equipment and just drag them in real quick, but that's not enjoyable. Use this 6-pound test and this ultralight. This is the way to do it. And you can get them Falcon rods up at Gerard's Tackle Shop, guys, there in Okeechobee, and you know, and just scale everything down. Have fun. Now I'm using a 4-aught wide gap hook with it, and I didn't put a weight inside the fluke because you know, the water's only about 4 foot deep right there, so didn't need no weight. I just let it flutter down. These young guns, guys, they're kicking people's butts now. Look at these fish these guys are catching. They caught a 10-pounder here this past weekend. These young guys are excellent anglers. I just thought I'd add this to it, you know, and yeah, very good anglers. Exceptional. I mean, they've done it since there's been little down here, you know what I mean? You get in a tournament with them boys, you just will figure on second place, or third place, or fourth place, or maybe even no place.